had a great day playing Karn-less Tron yesterday. I've got one Karn in the deck today, so I think I want to try out just having a single copy. It was pretty similar list yesterday. We're trying out Thought-Knots. I typically don't like this card in Tron very much, but I think it makes more sense when you have Tarmogoyfs as early beaters. The damage from this suddenly matters more. So I'm going to try this list out, see how it goes. Least favourite card to play against, Stony Silence, not close. Right, this is Tron, we're keeping. Obviously it's mana heavy, but we'll draw a threat soon. I think Stony Silence is by far my least favourite card to play against. Second option, Glistener Elf. Glistener Elf also unpleasant. Easy Sneep. This isn't a threatening opening. Walking Ballista on 2. Alright. Just playing some 1/1s. They need like a Throne of Geth. Throne of Geth would be good. Or a Ravager, but... Okay, just gonna fire off the Scrying here. Means we can't World Breaker next turn, but that's fine. Obviously this is one scenario where World Breaker's looking worse than Karn. But it's fine. Should be okay. It's not like Karn would be amazing here. It would be like a 7 mana Vindicate. With like kill something and then die in combat. You'll not have a word said against Glistener Elf. I'm praising Glistener Elf. I'm pointing out how strong Glistener Elf is, Bobsy. How terrifying it is. You know? All praise Glistener Elf. Bow before Glistener Elf in all their glory. Alright. Let's just fire off the Stirrings, I guess. See if we can find a Ballista, maybe. We're gonna have a Wall Breaker. We have back-to-back Wall Breakers against this deck. It's kind of absurd. What do we want here? Anyone have any idea? It's not actually obvious to me what we take here. So we've got 2 Wall Breakers. We already have like a bunch of threats, but... I guess I take the Karn, because once we have the Wall Breakers down, there's just going to be like this brick wall that they can't get through. I don't hate the Wurmcoil either. You think we take the Worm? I think it's reasonable to take the Worm. You've got to blink them off, right? Yeah. Next turn we're casting Wall Breaker 100%. I think we're going to take the Karn. Once we've got 2 Wall Breakers in play, it's going to be really tough for them to break through and damage our Karn, which is really nice. Ooh. Casting a Ballista here, maybe? Oh, just pumping their Ballista. Deal. 100% okay with that. So next time we get to exile the Ballista. Have a big blocker. Look how much better this is than a Karn. It's just gonna like block all their creatures so well. Pretty sure I want to get this off the board. Then next turn I can get rid of the hanger back maybe. Yeah, their hand's not that explosive, is it? It's not the most explosive hand I've ever seen. Just a bunch of 1/1s. Maybe they mold. I don't know if they mulliganed. Maybe. Cast my 5/7 reach. Just block you forever. Next time we get another 5/7 reach, because this card is great. Just like World Breaker is just a great Magic card. Deeply underrated. One, two, three, four. That's fine, right? Yeah, sure. This card is so good. This is like so good. Chris, thank you for that resub. You're great. Thank you so much. Everyone, spread some hearts in chat for Chris. Almost a year, yeah. So close. So close. Thank you so much for the continued support. It's amazing to me. It means a lot. You're great. Isn't it a problem that you won't be able to cast World Breaker on turn 3? It's kind of a problem. The thing is, we have 4 Walking Ballistas in this list. So often you just cast a Ballista on turn 3 and that's fine. Ballista on 3 is just great against a large chunk of the format. Card is really underrated. How much mana do we have? So we can play the tower. I guess we want to World Breaker into Ulamog if we can. Which, yeah. Map for Sanctum, yeah, for sure. And then we get to Ulamog next turn. Look how great this card is. Isn't this just the best? Isn't this just the best? I could kill their Blink Moth. I kind of want to exile the Hanger back so they don't get Thopters. Maybe that doesn't matter. Killing the Blink Moth traps them off mana for Ballista, which is nice. I feel like them sacking Hanger back somehow is one of the ways I can actually lose this game. So I'm going to get rid of the Hanger back. Like, maybe they make a bunch of, like, Thopters, and they get to fly around our World Breakers somehow, after, like, Throne of Geth encounters or something weird, I don't know. Yeah, World Breaker's reach is really messed up. It's just like a brick wall. You can't attack into it. Like, at all. It's so unreasonable. Yeah, the reach is secretly halfway down the card, like... just sneaky World Breaker. I think we're gonna get this one. They could have running ballistas. That would kill us. Running ballistas would kill us. Which was like part of the argument for targeting Blink Moth. Then they'd only ballista for 2 this turn. We go like ballista and land. They'd only be able to ballista for 2 the turn after. I guess Ravager kills us too. Does Ravager kill us? They'd cast Ravager, they get to attack with these 3, and then one of them would be lethal. Yeah, so Ravager also kills us for this one turn. But I assume if they had Ravager, they'd have slammed it by now. Animation module, huh? That one's wild. Alright, interesting. Animation module. Yeah, it's very good in that deck, Lassie, for sure. I'd like you to meet Ulamog. God, we're still just dead to Ravager. That sucks. I guess we aren't. Now we can block with Ulamog too. Actually fine against Ravager. Just about. Maybe we're dead to Ravager because of Inkmoth, actually. No, that makes sense. Yeah, we're still dead to Ravager for one turn. Next turn we land Karn and take... Should just, like, seal the deal. We get to pay 4... You only get to flash it back once, Marcus. You only get to flash it back the once. Hey there, Flesson. Good morning. Good to see you. How much mana do we have? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we're not quite at Karn plus Ugin range. I don't feel like we can attack either. Just have to like fade a Ravager forever. Please don't kill me. Thank you. Appreciate it. Alright, sack this sphere. I could Scrying before cycling these things, but I think I just want max mana in case I draw a Walking Ballista. Alright, so we have 3, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I get to go ahead and start cycling the stuff. I can get a Ghost Quarter, which is pretty nice. And then I can go Ugin, bolt your servo, attack with my Ulamog, play out Ghost Quarter. I think this shuts out all their outs. I think they no longer have outs from this position. I guess they could have a spell in hand combined with another spell, but I feel like most things they could have played, they could have drawn, they would have played out if they were actually relevant. I don't know. Feeling pretty comfy here. Can I just be smug a sec and point out that these were way better than Karn's that game? These blocked so much damage. They were brick walls. Can I just be smug about that? Okay, I've been smug about that. We'll move on now. But just saying, just saying. Oh. Alright, what cards do we dislike? Ugin. Out. Emrakul's probably bad. Emrakul's hilarious against Ravager. This does block everything. It's probably still too bad. It's also, like, not bad against Throne of Geth. And Ballista. We'll put this under the consideration pile. Karn is iffy. Wurmcoil stabilizes our life total, which is nice. I think we might want to cut like 1 though. They're kind of slow here. The modulists don't play Throne. Okay, that's good to know about. Oh no, I feel like I've seen them together. Curious. This stuff's really nice against their creature lands. I think Field of Ruins may be a bit too expensive, and I kind of want to trim a land anyway though. Yeah, I feel like Emrakul's probably bad. We probably just cut these two and call this a day. I don't know if Tarmogoyf's good or not. Here. It blocks like a lot of their small ball stuff. It blocks like the workers. It blocks like servos, which is fine. Just like, it buys us a bit of time. I don't know if it buys us enough time though. I'm just gonna run it like this. We'll see how next game plays out. Maybe we want the Goyfs, but I don't think they're good in this matchup. Opponent has like a bunch of flyers and a bunch of stuff that goes over the top. Alright, I'm not mulliganing this hand. Obviously this looks worse than a Karn right now, okay? I'm aware. I'm aware. God, don't they have 4 Damping Spheres in their board? This matchup must be really hard post-board. They have so many Damping Spheres. Maybe that's why you want Goyf, because if they have a Damping Sphere draw, you just need an early blocker, because you have to wait like a whole bunch of turns. Alright. Don't comment about the World Breaker, people. Don't mention the World Breaker. I'm aware. I'll have you know, we wouldn't have been on the draw this game too, if not for this World Breaker last game. Right on time. Alright, alright. Alright. Okay. Oh, am I dead? Wait, can they kill me? They could have killed me. They go 4, 8, 6, 8, 10. Kill me with Ink Moth. Can they still kill me? Three, 4, 5, 6. We're not dead. 7. We're not currently dead now. Yeah, they should have killed me. Agreed. They don't need to animate Ink Moth. They just need to make this huge. And then they untap and do nonsense. Maybe they're scared of Dismember. I don't know. They could have 9 counters. Doesn't it go... It goes 4, 6, 8... No, you're right. You're right. You're right, Marcus. They would have been 1 counter short. You're correct. As much as it pains me to use those words in that combination, you are correct. Yeah, any artifact would kill me then. Or any cheap artifact, right? Yeah, it can't be like a 2-drop. And their deck is like very 2-drop heavy. Interesting. Oh, they want to hold open the mana so they can move to Nexus if need be. That makes sense. That makes sense. That's aggressive. Okay. Okay. I mean, we're actually kind of in trouble here. Kind of in trouble here. Because the Ballista is going to be... I almost feel like I have to target the Ballista here, right? This is a 2-2, so then I can still block the Ink Moth. Just exile Inkmoth, put Breaker in front of Ballista. Inkmoth's the one we can actually deal with, though. With our Sylvan Scrying for a Ghost Quarter. Makes a huge Ballista. With a Worm next turn for the Inkmoth. The Inkmoth's the easy one to deal with, though. Right? I don't feel like it's ever the Inkmoth here. I think it's like, it's one of the other two. We either force them to pop the Ravager, or we... Why do I die? This has reach. We can block the Inkmoth, right? We can block the Inkmoth. We can... I don't know that we can... This is really tough to work out. Jeez. Ravager is such a mess. Wurmcoil can't block Inkmoth, but we can go get a Ghost Quarter and play it. I guess we do take down the Ballista. Leaving a giant Ravager in play is terrifying, is the problem. If we target the Ravager, they can make an 8/8 Ballista, but then the Inkmoth does nothing. We chump the Ballista with our World Breaker and move on with our lives. If they make the Nexus huge, we just chump block it. Alright, I've sold myself. I just want them to I want to force action on this Ravager. Otherwise it's gonna, like, just exert dominance over us for the rest of the game. Cool. And we can block that with Wurmcoil, so we're fine. I mean, we're on 6, so you know, fine is a generous description, but we'll cope. And let's just like recur World Breaker at some point, which is nice too, if we block with it. Alright, we have to block Ballista or we're dead. And that is fine. So we go Scrying, get a Ghost Quarter. How do they attack and ping me? We make a Wurmcoil. No worries, Bubsy. Alright, Wurmcoil down. Can we recur World Breaker next turn? I think we can. Right? It takes 10 mana. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, we can return World Breaker next turn too. Yeah, this game's just like super over now that we have the Wurmcoil down. That was tense. We were really close to dead multiple times that game. But Tron is great. Tron is just like messed up. Walking Ballista needs Infect. No worries, Bubsy. Delays happen. Alright, on to the next one. Easy one. So we're now 10-1 with almost Karn-less Tron. I'm still not sure that we even want the one copy of Karn, but I'm trying it out. Just to see how it feels when we draw it. Yeah, I thought you might be, Lassie. I thought you might be. Thanks for the clarification. This is pretty bad. Hey there, Juanito. This is also pretty bad. We're on 6 cards. This probably assembles like turn 4 Tron a large chunk of the time. I'm on the play too, which gives me a bit more time. I'm gonna keep this. I don't like it. I think this hand's not very good. But I dislike mulliganing too aggressively until I know what my opponent's on. Why didn't we keep that 7? I'm pretty opposed to keeping 7s with 0 Tron lands in general, unless you know what your opponent's playing. Like, if I knew they were leading with Celestial Colonnade, I would have kept the 7, but I think it's pretty hard to keep that 7 in the dark. Oh, the new Goblin is sweet. Yeah, the new Goblin is very cool. Right, I guess I want to cycle this to get a bit more info before my stirrings. Means I don't get to play a Tron land this turn, but that's not the end of the world. I kind of want to take the land. We already have threats. They're going to start Field of Ruining us at some point. Helps slog through fields, just having raw land drops. Worldbreaker is one of the best threats against them, but I think as long as we hit our land drops, we're in a good position with Ulamog in our hand. Alright, well then. Let us cast the Expedition map, and then cast a Ballista. I guess they can't Logic Knot this anyway, so I might as well lead with the Ballista. That makes sense. Because I'd rather get this mana leaked than my Expedition map. Wow. Alright, punished, I guess. Punished. Punished for my sequencing, of course. Oh boy. Punished for my sequencing. Oh my god. Holy shit, they have a Crucible of Worlds main deck too. We might be in trouble, folks. Might be in trouble. Not gonna lie. Possible we didn't want to sack the field, just because, like, I'm a bit scared of running out of basics in my deck. Not cracking the field leaves us with 1 more forest in our deck, so it like lets us slog through Field of Ruins marginally better. I think it's going to be hard to slog through Field of Ruins regardless though, so... Alright, if they want to path this, it's pretty good for me. So I'm just going to pump it up. Ripping Tower there. Yeah, Ripping Tower would have been decent. It probably just runs our Ugin into a Cryptic though. I think Tower's better once you have the on-cast triggers in hand. Ugin and Karn are both very bad against blue-white because they just get countered by Cryptic and don't do anything. Alright, that's decent. Take it. We're in back-to-back Cryptic territory. Yeah, it's not great for us. they ever draw a Field of Ruin, we're in serious trouble. Until that point, we're like, maybe doing something. Like, we've got this Walking Ballista trucking along. If we draw a tower, we get to Ulamog them and take out the Crucible. Crucible and Colonnade. It's like pretty decent hits for us. Okay. They're down to 9. So they're on like pseudo 5 here. How do they just not have a path for this Ballista? I guess they don't care about the Ballista, maybe? I don't know. Seems kind of ridiculous to me. Oh, they're gonna bounce a land and draw a card. That's adorable. What are these modes? Tap all creatures your opponents control? I'm confused right now, is what I am. Tronland. Tower. Come on. One time. Urza's tower. You know, I'll take an expedition map too. I'll take an expedition map. I'll take a scrying. You think their cat is sitting on the mouse? Oh my god. Perfection. Oh my god. This is so great. This is just good, clean living. Wow. Wow. Games have been pretty good, Alessia. The games have been pretty good. We went 2 through with blue-white, but now we're just like rolling everyone with Tron. Oh, good clean living. Jeez. Alright, all of this garbage in. Ugins are garbage. Karn is pretty bad. I actually like all the lands. Oblivion Stone's terrible. We are doing something. Oh, they were doing things, for sure. They were doing things. Alright, what else do you want to change? I don't hate cutting a Wurmcoil. Wurmcoil's pretty bad. Trim 1. The other question is, do we want... I've been wondering if we're meant to be experimenting with Surgical in this matchup. What mono green control would be. No, Emrakul's good against blue-white, I think. If you ever get to the mana. I'm almost wondering, does Surgical Field of Ruin, like, end the game enough of the time? Just cut all the Wurmcoils? I'm tempted. I'm tempted. We could cut the Wurmcoils and bring in some Surgicals. Like, my suspicion is this card's not good against Tron. Against blue-white. But I also think it's like a card that's worth trying out. Like, could be good. It can exile all their cryptics, it can exile all their paths, it can exile all their Field of Ruins, and just like leave them in really awkward positions. Or in response to their own Surgical, that's really valid too. Yeah, I think I'm going to try these. I'm not convinced they're good, but I think they're worth a try. 100%. The other option is we could also trim a couple of these against Stony. But we got 3 Nature's Claims in, I think we're going to be okay. Serum top. I don't think that's happening. I don't think we're going down that line, but... keep this. Got Ballistas. What else do we need? Ballista won that game. Maybe it'll win this one. Incoming Stony Silence. And the game ends. Incoming Stony Silence and the game ends. Is what I'm predicting. Or not. The other option is not that. Okay, I think I'm just going to cast the Ballista for one here. Rather than, like, recycle another sphere. Just, like, start getting in some early damage to make our Goyfs and stuff scary. Now you can watch about feeling bad you weren't working. The dream. Vendilion Clique. I like this Walking Ballista right now, I'm not gonna lie. Resolves. Taking our other Ballista or our TKS? Is the question. Or nothing. They could just take nothing as well. Since like a Tron piece utterly ruins them this turn. Like I get to level up my Ballista, shoot the Clique, cast another Ballista. Alright, took the TKS. What to do now? Kinda want to play Spear and second Ballista. And just not attack, and I can kill this later. I take 3 damage for the privilege, but then like I can use my next turn leveling up a Ballista and like kill this for free, and it's kind of decent. Obviously playing the second tower in case you draw a Tron piece for Ulamog. What about Tron after? That's like legitimately the 5th time I've been asked that today. I think Assassin's Trophy is going to be brutal, but Tron will still be good. It's not like every deck's going to play Assassin's Trophy, and it's not like the black-green decks are like that terrible for you at the moment anyway. So it'll swing the matchup in their favour, but it should still be winnable. Sacking Spear to try and spike Tron piece. I don't think that matters. Tron this turn off Sacking Sphere would only give us 3 mana, so we still wouldn't get to pump the Ballista. I think I'd rather have access to the green mana next turn. Black-green Tron with Assassin's Trophy, now we're thinking. Let me introduce you to my friend. Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger. Alright. That was a turn 4 win. Didn't have to search for a single Tron piece. So skill. Haven't lost a game so far this league, jeez. Tron OP. Got him. Got I have determined that the mirror is... That is an accurate quote, Marcus. The mirror is Tron's worst matchup. Let's play Tron to cheer ourselves up. I am very cheered up now. I'm not gonna lie. I am quite merry in this particular moment. Opponent's 3-1. We get to hopefully spoil the 4-1 dream. This has to be a keep. Turn 4 O-Stone on the play. Lots of decks can't beat that. There are people who wouldn't keep this hand, but I think turn 4 O-Stone on the play is fairly hard for a number of decks to beat. Spirits. Spirits is pretty good against turn 4 O-Stone because they have Spell Queller and Selfless Spirit. So that's annoying. Just going to go ahead and fire this off. It means we're guaranteed to not have Tron next turn, but we'll live. At least it isn't Glistener Elf. Glistener Elf is scary, let me tell you. Let me tell you about our Lord and Saviour Glistener Elf. I mean, it could still be Infect, but if I see Breeding Pool Hierarch at the moment, I tend to just assume it's Spirits, because that's the most popular Breeding Pool Hierarch deck at the moment. Hey, I'm so smart. This is also really scary. I guess we cast the Oblivion Stone now to play around Spell Queller, and then we just hope they don't have a Selfless Spirit. It's legit. I'm in. Please no Selfless Spirit. Getting this under Spell Queller is very nice. No Selfless Spirit. No Selfless Spirit. No Selfless Spirit. Yeah, Geist back in the meta is quite a shift. It's been a while. It's been a while since Geist was relevant. It's pretty scary though in this Noble Hierarch deck. Like turn 2 Geist, and it gets pumped too, so it can like attack past a bunch of stuff. Attacks into Snapcaster. What the fuck? They're just hoping we don't have the Tron piece. Sorry, friend. I'm sorry. I feel really bad about this. They're just hoping we didn't have the Tron piece, Alessia. It's legit. Maybe they figure that that's the only way they can win this game. Sanctum. Could find a tower instead. We currently have 8 mana. It doesn't actually change the maps for Ballista next turn. So I think I'm just going to get a Sanctum. Sanctum's really nice. I mean, it's kind of overcommitting, but I think it's reasonable for them to just hope we don't have the third Tron piece if their hand just doesn't line up well against us. To an innocent bunch of ghosts. There's nothing innocent about these ghosts, let me tell you. Alright, I could Ulamog this turn. I think Ballista might actually be better than Ulamog this turn is the thing. I think this Ballista's pretty messed up. Yeah, game over. Sick. Awesome. So, we want all this dust. We want small number of nature's claims for Stony. We want spatial contortions. Karn is pretty terrible. Emrakul is pretty bad. That's true, Sakrasta, that's true. If it doesn't increase the clock, it's probably wrong, that's fair. Can cut some lands, because the utility lands do nothing here. And, like, the game's going to revolve so much about assembling Tron anyway that we don't need the extra, like, additional land drops. What's the final cut? Wurmcoil, yeah. Wurmcoil doesn't block very well in this matchup, right? It can still attack and gain life, but we could cut another Wurmcoil for one more Nature's Claim if we think the Wurmcoils really aren't all that. Like, the Wurmcoils certainly are not great. I will grant them that much. I feel like Stony is one of the ways we lose this game. Alright, I'm gonna do that. Just cut one more Wurmcoil. Just have the one. That's fair, Michael. You can see cutting an Ulamog being fine. Yeah, you can Nature's Claim a coil, which can be a pretty big swing, for sure. That's reasonable. I don't hate that. Alright, this has to be a keep. Got lots of interaction. Obviously not assembling Tron for a while, but we've got Contortion, Ballista, Nature's Claim. Just like interaction with a bunch of different stuff here. Alright, let's just fire off the stirrings. Look for more land drops. These are not the land drops we were looking for. I guess I take a tower. And like work towards hard casting O-Stone. I could also take a sphere and cycle it, but I've got all these like 2 mana plays. So I don't know when I'm gonna get a chance to cycle a sphere. This is fine. Yeah, tower seems fine. We can just work towards like hard cast O-Stone into like naturally sack O-Stone on 5, and that's like not often good enough against them, right? Okay, my expedition map. You can negate it if you want. I don't really care. Wow. Their mulligan must have been rough. Jeez. Their mulligan must have been really rough. Just like cast O-Stone on 4 now. I guess they get to hold up Selfless Spell Queller, but that's fine because we've got Contortion to kill the Queller once it comes down. Interesting. I cast the Stirrings. If they Spell Quell it, I get to Contortion the Queller. Which I think works out pretty well for me. I could also use this as an opportunity to get an O-Stone in play. That's also reasonable, I think. I think I just want to make sure I never miss a land drop here. Especially with Ballista in hand. Even just draw a power plant like a professional. I could play a Ballista on 1. I don't really want to expose it to Path to Exile though. So I'm just going to pass the turn here. Also, we might end up like landing an O-Stone soon anyway. In which case I don't want to lose my Ballista. Interesting. Go Wurmcoil. Sure. I'd say okay. Still just have this Ballista in hand. Lumen. I mean, Stirrings digs very differently from Ponder. There are times when you want to, like, draw 2 cards off a Ponder, and you never get to draw 2 cards off the Stirrings. Obviously, Stirrings is the more powerful card, but I don't think there's a direct comparison there as much as most people do. Walking Ballista is really awkward against Spellqueller. Maybe we did just want to resolve this. I guess we can overpay for this to get around Spellqueller. That works. Yeah, it's also possible to miss on Stirrings. It doesn't happen in every deck, but when I play Lantern, I've missed on Stirrings. I've had times in Lantern where I cast Stirrings and I see, like, 2 Stirrings, a Whir of Invention, an Abrupt Decay, and an Inquisition. It happens. Like, that is not as irrelevant as people think it is, by any means. Yeah, if we cast it for X equals 3, they can't target it. Yep. That's exactly what I'm going for. Resolves. Resolves. It's contextual, Juanito. In, like, a control deck, you prefer Preordain, because in the late game you can get rid of lands easily with it. Whereas in, like, a combo deck, or, like, a tempo deck, you prefer Ponder, because it digs deeper for the cards you need. I am still at 20. I'm gonna drop from 20. Alas. Alas, what a shame. However will we win? Woe is us, etc. Thanks for the bits, Jarvis. Appreciate it. You great. Tron, also great. Oblivion Stone, also great. This race seems somewhat in our favor, yes. You're not wrong. You think you're just gonna play my list? I think this list is really good. I think this list is legit. I don't have a sideboard guide out for it, though. I'm probably not going to post one. I'd only post one if it was getting published on SCG, pretty much. In before all top 8 lists are Goyf Tron. Almost Karn-less Goyf Tron, just like the cleanest living. I'd be curious, Jarvis, I'd be curious to hear what you think of this list. We're currently 11-1 with it, about to be 12-1. I just, like, cut the Karns because I was really underwhelmed with them. And, it's been pretty great for us so far. It's been pretty great for us. Moderately Karnful Goyf Tron, indeed. I think the breakers over the Karns have been making the biggest difference. I think the Goyfs have been decent, though. The Goyfs have definitely been very reasonable. I think you do just want Goyfs in Tron regardless. Most likely. But, yeah, and I've cut back on Karns significantly, Jarvis. Those are, like, the main differences. It does make a lot of sense, for sure. For all sorts of reasons. I think it means you have to cut Relic of Progenitus, sadly. Because there are lots of matchups where you want both Relic and Goyf, which is just, like, really awkward. But in general. It makes a lot of sense. Yeah, major props to Fedge for sure. Nice, nice. Nice deck. Yeah, I mean, lots of the matchups where you're boarding in Goyf, you keep less Tron heavy hands post board anyway. Against the aggro decks, you have like Contortions and Ballistas for early interaction. And like you're often going turn 3 Stone into turn 5 Crackstone. So like, post board against aggro decks, you're not mulliganing to Tron as aggressively. Which means you can keep less Tron heavy hands with Goyf. And against control decks, you're keeping less Tron heavy hands because like, if they have Field of Ruins, they're going to make the game go along anyway. So you'd rather just have more resources rather than aggressively mulligan to a fast Tron that just gets interrupted by Field of Ruin. So like, a lot of the matchups where you're boarding in Goyf are matchups where you're less inclined to mulligan for Tron regardless. It's only like combo decks where you're still like wanting to mulligan for Tron aggressively, but also like might have Goyf send post board to pressure them. And that gets a bit weird, but combo decks are like not why you play Tron, so hey, 3060. So now 12-1 with this list. Still unsure about this Emrakul. We boarded it out almost every match. And the matchups where we haven't boarded it out, it's made like no difference. So I'm still a bit iffy on that one. 4 Ballista is the truth though. I can't believe I've never played 4 Ballista in Tron before. Card is messed up. Emrakul is great, except when it's not great. I don't know. I'm unconvinced that Emrakul is better against blue-white than a third Ulamog. I guess Emrakul is way better against combo, though. Emrakul is very good against combo. I read your tweet, Jarvis. I don't know if I've read a report by you. I didn't know there was an actual report. I read the tweet, and the tweet was really informative. Fake Twitter report, yeah. That was part of my motivation for trying out Goyfs, was that tweet. Alright, this is fine. It's probably like roughly turn 4 Tron on the play with Oblivion Stone. Oblivion Stone turn 4 is like dreamy, so... Obviously there are matchups where this hand is terrible, but so be it. That's what you get when you play a control deck. So we don't get to... I guess I do just Stirrings this turn then. And cast map, yeah. Stirrings... Finding... If they're a control deck, either Worldbreaker or Ulamog are great. We're definitely taking Worldbreaker or Ulamog. We need a threat. Worldbreaker gives us something to do turn 4, which is nice. We don't actually currently have something to do turn 4 against the Serum Visions deck. We can find the Ulamogs later. I think I just want a Worldbreakers. Something to do. Pad out our game a bit. If they have a Field of Ruin, the Worldbreaker is going to be better than the Ulamog anyway. Should they be on a Field of Ruin deck? Though it looks unlikely. They have Polluted Delta. Alright. Just gonna go ahead and find a tower. Tower of Power. No Hide Ferox. Yeah, I think someone mentioned in chat that it looked wild. I'm curious about that one. I haven't seen it yet. Now we're just gonna Stirrings. Since our green mana is at a premium, don't really mind if I get this countered. Remand. They could be on Storm with a Remand. Huh. Exciting. No Hide Ferox. 4 mana 6/6 Hexproof. Also, opponent missed the land drop. That's pretty dreamy. Loses all abilities until end of turn. You can't cut. That is so weird. That is so weird. Jeez. That is a strange Magic card. I do not know how to assess that. Wishmonger. Kinda like Wishmonger. There were like a whole bunch of those cards back in the day, right? Before my time. Well then, I'm gonna assume they're on Storm over there. You're showing your age. I'm gonna assume they're on Storm until shown otherwise. So we want these Goyfs, these Thought-Knots, and these Surgicals. And I guess these Spatial Contortions too. Spirit Monger. So, against Storm, Oblivion Stone is not great. Field of Ruin and Ghost Quarter aren't great. We can trim on cut Wurmcoils are pretty bad, and we can trim a Ballista. Ballistas can still kill their mana dorks potentially, so they're not the worst. They can clean up goblins, though they're unlikely to be on the goblin plan against us. I guess Ugins are garbage too. We have so much air against them. Maybe we do just want these lands, just because we have so many bad cards. Just like guaranteed hitting our mana is better. I think I can keep in one of them. Do something like this. Worldbreaker seems quite a bit worse. Karn seems quite a bit worse than the fourth Worldbreaker here. Or like a third Thought-Knot, but ho-hum. Let's try this out. How did one of the Robo-Rosewater cards get frenzied? It's kind of Robo-Rosewater-y. It feels, kind of haphazard, huh? Oh, this hand's so close to good. So close to, like, Tron, Tarmogoyf. We have a kill spell for their thing. Probably a mole. We don't have many lands in this deck. Alright. Alright, this kills their things on turn 3. It's probably a bit slow. But I guess I'm gonna keep it. Like, kills a Brawl. If their draw goes like a bit clumsy. I love this war over first place, by the way. I approve of this war over first place. It's kinda great. Just gonna sack this now. No reason to wait around already. Alright, I'm confused. Maybe they're not on Storm. Curious. Curiouser and Curiouser. They can remand the Thought-Knot, I guess. Whatever. Worldbreaker's text box is an adventure. Is what Worldbreaker's text box is. It is a true adventure. I want to just run out this Ballista. It runs it into lightning. Oh, I drew this anyway. I don't have to run out the Ballista. That's great. It's dreamy. Sure. Does Worldbreaker have reach? Surprise, it's great. Reach just hidden like halfway down the card. Just like such great design. Thanks, Temperance. Appreciate the bits. You great. It has 4 abilities, and Reach is the most normal one. I guess I have to play this land before playing the Thought-Knot, otherwise they can Logic Knot it. Sure. Resolves. Resolves, friend. The war is so real. Big thing with no real evidence of it having... Wow! They got us. They got us with the Faithless looting. Jeez. We're just, like, destroyed. Alright, I think we'll live. I think we'll live. I get the suspicion we'll move past this in time, you know? I get the suspicion we'll move past this in time. Well, not so bad. It just sees all lands in your opponent's hand, you know? Just so bad. Why doesn't Walking Ballista have Reach? Oh my god. Oh my god. Walking Ballista basically has Reach, because all the flyers are really small. Need with Stirrings, I guess. 7, 8, 9. Tarmogoyf! What are you doing? Why aren't you colourless? Jeez, friend. What's up? I'm sorry. I'm sorry about this whole situation, friend. I almost sacked that for red, because I'm great. Being in the wrong place at the wrong time. We do need a Mycosynth. Does Mycosynth Lattice doesn't solve that, does it? I don't think it does. Alright, we are spinning our wheels gloriously. I've never spun my wheels so gloriously. I did not realize that either, Jarvis. If we take this up to 3, does that change the clock at all? We put them to 13. Next turn we pump twice. It's a 4-4 and they... Becomes a 4-4. I guess we can go get a tower. And then next turn we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Make this a 5-5 and they die. So yeah, we want to just go get a tower this turn. That makes sense. That was awesome. I'm glad you like the Spatial Contortions, Jarvis. I'm really proud of them. I think they're quite excellent. I think they're quite excellent. I worked hard on them. Made them myself, you know. I'm pretty sure they are not playing Teema. I'm pretty sure you are in fact wrong about them playing Teema. I assume they have like Through the Breach in their deck. Remains to be seen. Or Blood Moons, or you know, magic cards with text that aren't just cantrips and remands. Blue Reach Breach. Ooh, incoming Snapcaster. How do we beat a Snapcaster? I don't really know how we beat a Snapcaster. Doesn't seem easy. I'm feeling pretty locked on this for the G. I think this deck's very good, Vex. I think I'm a lot more comfortable playing this than blue-white too. I think the blue-white mirrors are just atrocious. I really dislike the blue-white mirrors. I don't know how you ever get to finish game 2 in the mirror in paper. So I'm fairly off that idea. Whereas this deck, like, we've just won 8 games in a row. Because it's absurd. Because, like, adding a bunch of wall breakers was the best thing we could ever do. Alright, 13-1. 13-1 with almost Karn-less Tron. The Karn has been thoroughly sub-mediocre so far. In the blue-white mirror, nobody really wins. Pretty much. Pretty much. I got a concession Nezahole the other day. Lassie. I cast a Nezahole and my opponent scooped on the spot on turn 7. It was great. Oh, we're playing the 4-0 mirror. Jeez. Exciting. This is really close to keep assembling Tron. I'm going to keep this. This is really live to complete Tron, and if it does, the hand is absurd. Like, obviously we don't have Tron yet, but we're really close. And we're on the play, so we have like a bit more time than we would otherwise. Just any land search effect gets there, yep. Dreamy. Easy life. Field of Ruin. What? Your Noble Hierarch decks aren't allowed to interact. That isn't what Noble Hierarch decks do. They don't play meaningful interaction. Jeez. So rude. Am I just landing the Oblivion Stone this time? It exposes me to, like, a Reclamation Sage style effect. I guess it's probably good, though. And then a Sylvan Scrying lets me crack this next turn. So, like, Sylvan Scrying, Ancient Stirrings, and mine are all, like, varying degrees of live draws to let me sack Oblivion Stone next turn. Even, like, sacking the Star could get us there as well. Yeah, I just like slamming the Stone, too. Sphinx is the final word, breaks the mirror. Sphinx is very, very good. Nezahole is also, like, similarly good, I think. They're both really impressive. But, like, the idea of playing these, like, cards that single-handedly win the mirror is depressing to me, too. You're just, like, dedicating a sideboard slot to one matchup. And then, like, the games get really miserable when, like, your opponent draws it and you don't, or whatever. Alright, I want the most looks towards this mine, so I can go Star into Stirrings. So that digs one deeper. I'm kind of curious what JPA is playing too. Oh, did not quite get there. I could take the Star just to keep digging for like any 5th land. That's true. Nezahole's good against other decks. It's true. I guess I'll just take the Star here. Try and dig for that like 5th land, so that I can wipe the board next turn. Yeah, it looks like a Todd Stevens deck. It does. It does indeed. Just sack this now. Because then I can cast another one if I draw it like that. So I can Stone Rain us this turn, maybe. Well, not Stone Rain, but you know, turn a tower into a forest. We're still drawing life to wipe the board then, though. Which is good. Tech Edge. Holy shit, Tech Edge. It's been a while since I've seen a Tech Edge outside of, like, Dredge. That's kind of brutal. Mono green control is a neat way to say Tron. Feels kind of like cheating. But, you know, I'll take it. Power plant, sure. JPA was ready for me. You're not wrong. I just want any land drop, even if it's not a very good land drop, just to get to sack this Oblivion Stone at some point. Yeah, people forget that Tron is a control deck. It's like actually just a control deck. And before Coco into a Zeus plus Excavator, yeah. Yeah, or another Knight. Another Knight probably does it too, honestly. Another Knight probably wins this game. Tracker... Plus a Mana Dork, sure. So they need like another Tech Edge here to stop us wiping the board next turn. No, Tron's control, like, oh my god, this is so good. Tron is control. All the win conditions in Tron aren't like actually just win conditions. Like, this is a Vindicate. This is a double Vindicate. This is a Wrath of God. Ballista is like kind of a Wrath of God. Like, all the win conditions in Tron are just control cards. Secretly. Yeah, but Walking Ballista is a sweeper too. Alright, I don't think I can win this game anymore. Recurring Tech Edge is so good. Jeez. Tech Edge is nice technology for this sort of deck. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty dead. I think I'd draw a Walking Ballista. I can have a chance, but we might be losing this 5-0, alas. Alas. Alright. You were never allowed to... Yeah. It was kind of brutal. It's kind of brutal. I think All Is Dust is good if we ever get to this point. I guess we need Nature's Claims against Stony. Karn is pretty bad. I think our land drops is really good, but I can probably cut one of them. Just go down to 19. Yeah, Tech Edge is brutal for sure. Tech Edge is brutal. Kind of want to cut like a World Breaker almost. Or a Wurmcoil, one of the two. I'm also like looking at these surgicals and I'm unsure. Like, they interact with the E-Witness Tech Edge garbage. They interact with the 2/3 that returns lands. I have not read that. Okay. Yeah, World Breaker doesn't seem good here either. Karn is bad, but World Breaker also seems bad, I think. This doesn't seem great too, I agree. I agree. I am not denying. What's the comic about, Kay? I don't know. Surgical would have won us that game, right? It would have countered the Tech Edge. And it's good against Ramanap Excavator too. Which is like quite a scary card. Surgical can win a lot of bad games. True. I just feel like we have a lot of bad cards in this matchup, but ho hum. Ulamog seems ambitious. It does. Maybe we don't need them. Maybe like Ballista's enough to win the game with. I never go below 1 Ulamog. I think boarding down to 0 Ulamogs is like strictly incorrect. But I could see trimming 1. It is ambitious. This hand is excellent. This hand is very good. Oh my god. That's amazing, Marcus. That's kind of great. I'm just gonna sack this now because of the stupid bird. I guess. The Aven Mind Sensor. Like, we know what we're getting anyway, so... Obviously, if we get Field of Ruin, we're gonna feel stupid, because Field of Ruin would mean we can't just search for the one they're targeting, but they just get to wait until our turn anyway, so it doesn't actually change the equation. We do think the same, Jarvis. Apparently. For better or worse. O-Stone seems pretty great. Ugin is also pretty great. O-Stone we can just like curve into though. Oh, that sounds kind of cool, Kay. I could get into something like that. I think I'm just going to take the O-Stone and not be greedy by taking this Ugin. And I'm tempted to just fire off this Ballista to kill this and buy us some time. I think that's actually fine. Like, this deck is so threat dense that I'm happy just trading a Ballista for a Hierarch just to like slow them down whilst we're performing our game plan. Holy shit, there's a Devoted Druid as well. Interesting. Well, that was an amazing draw. That made us not get punished for firing off that Walking Ballista. Now we know about the Devoted Druid. Firing this off might have been a bit worse. Yeah, we should probably kill that one too. You're not wrong. Tron land next turn, please. Would be delightful. Oh, stop playing that stupid card. This card is so frustrating. Alright, alright. I guess I'm cycling this Chromatic Star. They're both pretty filthy. Alright, what am I drawing? An Ancient Stirrings. I can look for a Spatial Contortion to kill this. That's legit. Alright, no Spatial Contortion. We've got an Expedition map, so we can complete Tron here and just like cross our fingers that we're not dead. Okay. I do like crossing my fingers that I'm not dead. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please just have nothing. Please just have nothing, friend. They have not put a Vizier into play yet, so that's a good start for us. Deal. Oh, getting back Field of Ruin. Ha! Punishing us for not putting the Oblivion Stone into play last turn. Okay. Right. Deal, I guess. I mean, if we're not dead, I'll take it, you know? If we're not dead, I'll take it. outcomes that involve us not dying are good in general. Okay. Please don't kill us again. Coco. Oh, Cord. They get the Vizier here. So, we need them to not have another Cord or a Duskwatch. Yeah, Field of Ruin is really popular at the moment, for sure. Card is amazing. It's like so free for you to just like run a copy of, you know? Have I considered not dying? I have. I just told my opponent I'd scoop if he cast Ballista for X equals 1. Yeah. Speed up both our lives. JPA taking us down. Jeez. Stealing the 5-0 from us. Brutal. Alright, we still got some treasure chesties. We still got a nice clean 4-1. We're currently 13-2 with this list. The Karn was quite bad, that league. Ragna's Sanctions. Interesting. Karn was quite bad, that league. The opponent's deck was prepared. That deck seemed very tough for us to beat. I kind of want to cut this again. Is that absurd? I think the Emrakul is not great either. So, things I'm still considering. I think the Karn is not the best. The Emrakul is not great. Yeah, I think the Emrakul is cuttable. I'm not in love with the Emrakul. You think Karn is messed up in the mirrors, that's true. Karn is the best card in the mirror. I don't know how we get past that problem. Like, that is definitely a big loss. Maybe we still want one copy of Karn for that reason. Like, Karn looked awful in, like, all 5 of those matchups, but Karn is very important in the mirror. For sure. It's also important against KCI, too. It's like a fair amount better than Wallbreaker against KCI. So maybe we still do want the one copy. I don't know how I feel about this Emrakul, though. Emrakul was very, very unexciting. I know it's meant to be great against blue-white, but I feel like our deck is already way better against blue-white than stock lists, because we've got, like, so many World Breakers, 4 Ballistas, more lands, so that we can slog through Field of Ruins better, and we have Tarmogoyfs in the board that are really good against them, so it might be we just don't need the Emrakul. Unsure. What would the Emrakul be? It has to be another threat. I don't want to outright cut a threat from the deck. I don't think I do anyway. Like, I have considered putting the single copy of Explore back in. Like, it was kind of nice, but I don't think it's amazing in a 20 land deck. So options would be like, if we wanted to just hit blue-white as hard as possible with third Ulamog. But I think third Ulamog is like not great in a bunch of other places. The other option is a 4th Wall Breaker. This card has been really amazing for us. The second Karn is a hedge. It's reasonable. It loses us percentage points against blue-white, but the second Karn would help in the mirrors and against KCI. I don't think we want more than 2 Karns. I think 2 Karns is like the upper limit that I'm willing to go to. But I think the second Karn is reasonable. It's interesting. I'm going to go get some water, and then we'll swap a couple cards. And I don't know that I'm going to play a whole extra league tonight, but I'm definitely going to get in some more matches.